So I get this question asked a lot. How did you start this crazy business? Well, in my early 20s, late teens, I started balding, and I was all into style. It was a big part of my life. I had the mohawks, the crazy hair, and it affected my life really bad. I used the black spray, I tried the pills, the hair transplant doctors, which, I couldn't deal with that scar. And it's funny now because once a week I'm camouflaging someone's scar and filling in their head. Thank God I didn't go that route. But the black spray was too much to keep up. I had black everywhere. It was tough. So I'm like, there's got to be a better way to get this to fill in. I'm like, and I was thinking Sharpie marker, this, that, the other thing. And I'm like, how about a tattoo? So I tried it on friends. They let me, and I just had this idea, and everyone thought I was nuts. But it kept on turning blue, and it wouldn't work. And I'm like, okay, so I talked to local, tattoo artists, and there's no way you can do it because all ink has, origins of blue. So I went on a mission to find out how to make ink. And through trial and error, I found out that it comes from charcoal and that I could actually make it. And in the undertone, how crazy of being so natural that charcoal is. It's wood, has an undertone of gray, just like our natural hair does. So I knew I was onto something. And from there on, I started doing it. And I first did it with commercial needles. And it just didn't turn out right. It was okay, but the follicles didn't look right. They were just a little bit too big. So then I knew I had to come out and make my own needle. So I tampered with it. It took a while to get it down, but finally I came up with the perfect recipe of a needle that would be not perfect, but it would be a little bit off so it looked like a follicle. And yeah, with those two together, I performed. And I still have friends that I still owe to this day. They always say, you owe me because, they got a little blue on the top of their head. They have a full head of hair, but let me practice on them. So, yeah, I owe it to my friends for being my guinea pigs off the start, but we have mastered it. And yeah, it's just the most exciting thing to be able to touch so many men's lives with what, I've dealt with my whole life. And I dealt with it for a few years, and it was tough. And it's just such a freeing thing to be able to walk out the door and not have to worry about spraying my head, stuff dripping. I can go out in the boat, I can jump in the water, there's nothing, And still, people to this day, I walk into drugstores and stuff like that, and they they come up to me and they're like, wow, it's crazy what you do. And like, is yours done? And it's like, yeah, no, it's not. Yours is done? They don't even know. I mean, it looks so real, so it's a really rewarding thing. Hope I've answered all your questions. Thanks.